Hello and welcome to the show. You can tell it is a FailRace video because, as ever, when we go to start it is night time. For today's versus the community, we have got one of the great manufacturer rivalries, the Mitsubishi Evo versus Subaru Impreza. We have a decent selection of cars, a little bit more Subaru heavy, this lineup. However, we've got decent selection of all the different eras of cars. I am representing the Evos with plenty of lights on my Evo 6. At least, I've got plenty of light to illuminate the the lineup, and we are going to be taking these off-roading. See, I've done this rivalry a few times on previous Forza games, never done it with the cars tackling, well, off-road stages. So we're going to do a mixture, cross-country stuff and some of the rallycross races, perhaps a point-to-point. I think I know the rally point-to-point that I want to do. Yeah. So I'm hoping this should be pretty good fun. The cars have been built to A-class. Now, most of the vehicles are going to be running on rally tyres. Some have braved it without. Rally tyres will give you a awful lot, or let's not have it in the rain to begin with. Rally tyres are going to give you a lot of grip off-roading. However, they also give you a massive PI boost. So you're not really going to be able to do a huge amount in the way of power for your cars. So yeah, you see, this one that I've got, I can't put weight reduction on the car. Pretty much standard engine. I think I put the exhaust on it, so it's at 302 horsepower, 323 torque. Not a massive amount of power, but I wanted the rally tyres on the car going off-road. That's what I want to go for. So it should be interesting to see what people have gone for. It should become very, very apparent, because all of these cars start off relatively high B-class, so you put rally tyres on them, most of them are going to jump up towards the higher end of A-class, so there's not a huge amount that that can be done with these. That's an awful lot of bright headlights going on the Evo. We will see. I'm hoping. I drove my car around a little bit. Feels like a nice car to drive. We're really going to find out quite quickly how it is going to fare. This is a mean cross-country. Those of you that watched my very first video on Horizon 3, I took a V8 supercar around here. This is a tough course. And we have found ourselves down towards the bottom of the order. Not necessarily a bad thing, especially with a cross-country race. Much chaos can go on here as we get off the line. There, you can see the cars that haven't got rally tyres based on how fast they are approaching this turn one. It is a big jump through the warehouse. One of the Evos ended up almost out into the wall. I'm going to fire my car up the inside. There's a very, very slow 22B. Oh, I had to kind of get out of that one. Did not want to put Subaru in the container, and that's cost me a couple of places. Now we start getting to the meaner corners. I'm braking a little bit early, try to get that good run off of the turn. You don't want to go up too high here, because you really don't want to be getting airtime unless you've really got nowhere else to be going. We're around the outside of a Subaru, but we've got to try and make the turn. The Evo 6 is very wide. It is all three wide towards the big jump on the course. Bounce up the other side. We are past the two Evos. Oh, there's a Subaru spun in front of me. That's not a good play. You never want to spin in front of the pack, especially at that point where it is a completely blind jump. The 22B is about, there's a whole raft of cars on my inside that I'm going to have to turn out of the way. There goes a very, very fast one. Look at it soar off towards turn one, but then it's probably going to be a handful through the corners. We all jump our way through the hangar. So much nicer in this than it was in the V8 supercar. It actually, deals with the jump very well. This is a fantastic battle over, well, already fourth place and back. I put that in reverse as well. That's all gone wrong. It was an incredible battle. I've completely cocked it up. I forgot. As strange as it's going to sound, I forgot I was in a right-hand drive car. I'm so used to driving left-hand drive cars that I kind of, sometimes position the car as if the sort of left-hand side of the screen was where the edge of the car was. And that's exactly what I did there, forgetting that there wasn't, and we clipped a plane. Oh, poor driving by me. I wonder if anyone's hit that wing yet. That feels like a very easy place to have an accident. Well, we are down and out of contention for victory here. However, we can still go for a quick lap, and we can still probably make up some places after that. Thankfully, we hit the thing. We had to faff about a little bit, but it wasn't like a missed checkpoint. We haven't lost that much time. So I'm hoping we can climb back up into contention. Looked like a 22B fell off the road and I pushed it way too hard into that corner. Let's avoid the plane this time around. That 22B has got a lot of speed, but I'm guessing not a lot of grip. Yeah, I'm carrying way more speed through there. The trick with this checkpoint, you want to stay as low as you can on the hill. You don't really want to be climbing up the hill any more than you absolutely have to, and you get a smoother run across the top. I'm diving to the inside. I'm going to make two places in a corner by taking that tighter line. Now, the 22B is going to accelerate me down here and is going to cut ahead. I'm going to land on the back of it if I'm not careful. We have managed all of that cleanly, though. We're still side by side as we run into the final quarter. It's going to be the long way around. The 22B, and I didn't quite realise where that checkpoint was. He had to back out of it because he was on a way too tighter a line through there. Worked my way back up into 8th place. Launch across the warehouse. It's such a lovely landing in a proper rally car. We're going to try go around the outside of the Impreza. Can't quite make it stick. Gave it a little bit of a hurry-up bump. There's another Impreza up there that has obviously made a mistake and dropped back through the order. We'll side up the inside. No problem whatsoever. I mean, I can see 4th. I mean, the podium may not even be out. In fact, I can see the podium may not be out of reach, even after crashing into a plane. That suggests to me my Evo 6 is pretty good here. It suggests the Evo 6 is working well to have come back from that far down. Looks like it's a pretty good race going on at the front as well. Jump across the plane wing almost. We are going to have to run right to the inside and get that checkpoint. We're going to give the car space that is hugging the tighter line. No, Evo 10. Bad Evo 10. I'm stuck on the outside of you and both of us are running wide and there's a 22B keen to try and get a pass done. Nope, I'm going to cover the inside a little bit. It's not going to be enough because he has got the speed on me. So we'll give him space. I mean, we don't want the car hitting the wall because that could actually compromise us quite a lot. We're just going to fire up the inside into the next turn. I have got the Evo 10, but the Evo 10 got a little bit... Oh, not Evo. Is it the Evo 10? Yeah, I think it is. Got caught on the trackside obstacles on the run through the hangar. I think we can be braver there. We've got to be, in fact, if we want to catch the Subarus ahead. Don't know who's in what car. I don't know what car is leading the way, whether it be an Impreza, whether it be an Evo, who is doing well. Definitely the cars ahead of me are all Imprezas, so we've got to have at least one Evo on the podium, I feel. Alright, stick it down into 3rd. Oh, that plain wing there is at such a bad point. Oh, I've taken a really wonky line as well through that section. Now, what can we do around this final? See, I can get on that power so much sooner, but I know the 22B is going to pull away. Right, one of the battling Imprezas up ahead, I'm assuming, missed a checkpoint and has dropped back. These two are very, very fast, but of course a lot more of a handful through the corners. And this is the final lap. Oh, that was an overtake and a half on the inside. He's going to fight back. I was trying to give the plane a little bit of a wider berth. He's going to fight back, though, on the exit. Be brave with the Evo. Throw it in. I could have thrown it into the corner with more speed. It's just, yeah, I'm not quite brave enough there. That's what's costing me potentially a chance at getting past these Subarus. Again, carry the speed. The Impreza can't. We're going to go to the outside. It's going to make it stick for a little while, but it is going to be too wide down this jump. Clear the plane wing. Yes, we have. Oh, get some oversteer. Both hit the checkpoint. Oh, can I do anything into the final corner? I know I've got the speed out of this turn. Around the outside of one car, we're going to go to the inside of the second. Oh, I've not got the acceleration. Oh, I threw everything at it. That was a bloody good race. I threw everything I could at it. Hey, Evo took victory. Well done, my fellow Evo 6. I mean, look at those fastest laps. That's incredible. These are really well-balanced cars. Oh, I threw everything, almost got 3rd. I just didn't have quite the acceleration. I was just too far back on those cars. What a race. What a race to start things off. Well, that was... I'm out of breath from that one. That was incredible. And a decent showing from the Evo 6s in this one. I'm just going to see if we get a wheel spin. We will level up. Come on, Horizon Edition car. I did actually win a Lamborghini Countach Horizon Edition while we weren't filming something, typically. I don't know if we're going to get anything possibly exciting. Hey, it's not a Horizon Edition car, but you can't go wrong with a Sierra Cosworth. Always a nice car to win. Now, we couldn't race these cars without coming to the Switchback Trail. This is a fantastic rally stage. I'm starting very much mid-grid. Subarus have got the front of the front of the grid quite nicely. Me and my fellow Evo 6 are going to be alongside each other. Hopefully, I can not get caught on a plane. That would be lovely if we can not immediately put ourselves out of the race by getting caught on a plane. Not the greatest of starts from my car. Look at that! Look at it go! That is a monstrous start from the hatchback. He is going to go well up towards the front of the race before we hit the turn 1. However, this is a very, very twisty rally stage. Evo 10 hit the fence. Not a good place to be. There's a nasty fence, actually, on the inside. While it's a relatively quick start to this race, it does tighten up no end. In fact, that hatchback got up to second before we get to the really tight, twisty stuff. Hopefully, we are going to be able to reel them in through the hairpins. They are going to struggle for grip. There's a 22B pointing the wrong way through that next corner. Not what you want. The Evo 6 is going for some sideways action. Again, not the quickest line through these corners. Yes, rally cars do slide, but when you've got a line of cars ready to fire themselves up your inside, yeah, that's not going to be a very, very good way. Unless it's gone very wide like that 22B has, and then I've had to check up and avoid going into the back of it, and then I lose a place. But yeah, sliding the cars around here might be useful in a couple of places, but it's really, you're too likely to get overtaken if you are doing that. You just leave the inside exposed to somebody. We are working. Something was having a sniff up the inside. Yeah, you're not really going to be able to make that work around there, especially not when I'm on as tight a line as I was. The Impreza that got that bonkers start is well sideways through these corners and just doesn't have the grip. And I did say when I put up this versus community, I told people, you know, we're going off-road with these, you're probably going to want rally tyres. You know, it's up to them what they go for. The power is kind of working in some cars. I think it's the 22B actually that's leading the way, chased down by two Evo 6s. You know, he's definitely got some speed going on, but is it going to be enough? Is he going to be able to hold off that white Evo 6? I think I'm too far back to challenge here. I really do think that I'm not quite going to be able to get up there. Oh, I don't know if the white Evo can do too much about it here either, because this is heading up towards the final corner. He had a go up the inside. I don't think he made it stick, though. The 22B will outrun him to the line. It's going to be a Subaru victory in race number 2. However, the Evo 6s round out the podium. The monstrously quick accelerator, or quick starting hatchback Subaru comes home in 4th place. The other Evos not quite so good this time out, a little bit further down the order. Some close finishes going on in that. A little bit of a scruffy start to begin with. However, once it got going, another pretty exciting race on a fantastic track. Well, not quite as successful. Well, not quite a victory for the Evos, but perhaps a little bit more successful overall result. So far, looking pretty balanced. The Jungle Coast Trail is a kind of rally stage I don't think I have ever really driven down on this game. It looked like quite a cool track when I was just browsing the map to find a race to do. So I'm hoping that it is going to be well suited to these cars. Now I set the time to dawn, expecting a nice sunrise, but it might be a little bit too early. So well, we've got the floodlights on the front of the car, so at least that is something for the visibility. Let's see. Again, decent grid spot for me. There goes the hatchback. Kind of ran out of spaces to go, so couldn't quite make up as many positions at the very start of this race. It is going to be a real handful through these corners. This, though, is a little bit of a faster stage, although we've let go big time. Please be destructible. It wasn't. Damn it, I got stuck out wide and just nowhere to go with the grip. That's annoying. We have got a fair bit of work to be doing. Someone vanished. I'm guessing Mr. Checkpoints. Easily done on these sort of races, especially on a race where you might not have driven a huge amount. This involves a lot of water. Thankfully, the car is carrying very, very good speed through these water sections. Quite a short race, this one. It's about 2.6 miles, I think, so a bit shorter than the Switchback Trail. We have got ourselves up into 7th, and I can see the car ahead, or the cars ahead. I think my Evo, or if I don't do that, get out of the fence. The fence just slows you down. That's annoying. This has just not been a particularly good race. It all went wrong at the start. I think it's 22Bs ruling the road out here. We're going to have, not going to have a big slide actually. I was half expecting, the way the car was sort of sitting through that corner, I was half expecting the back end to let go. We did not, which is always nice, as we run up towards what's looking like a big jump. Carefully does it over there. Big stop down towards this next corner. It's actually a really good track. I'm liking this rally stage. I did not know about this one. Well, I don't know if I've ever driven it in the career mode. It's really cool layout. I spy a Subaru up ahead that I'd really like to find a way past. I'm letting down the Evos. Oh, someone missed a checkpoint. That has put me up a position. There is a huge cluster of cars. Something must have happened up ahead to bring everyone back here. Unfortunately, I caught it about 30 seconds too late. Disappointing. There's an Evo 6 on the podium, I believe. Yeah, not quite such a good race for the Lancers. We did get one on the podium. 22B took victory. The crazy hatchback took second. Well, by Evo 6, another 22B. 05 Impreza up in 5th place. Yeah, not such a good race for me, that one. Little bit disappointing. Oh, the 06 Evo couldn't quite make the finish. Probably, I have no doubt, missed a checkpoint around this course. Oh, well, yeah, we need to do better. We need an all-Evo podium. That would be nice. Now, the beach cross-country circuit is quite a vicious one. The last vehicle that I had tackle this track was the trophy trucks, and they are perhaps a little bit better suited to this. There are some big jumps around this course. They were perhaps a little bit better suited to the landings. I mean, these have actually done very well so far. Let's hope that it continues. God damn it, I start on the grass. That's not fair. Those poor cars at the back start on the grass, while the ones at the front get the lovely, if slightly damp tarmac. Still, I would rather have damp tarmac over damp grass to launch off. Oh, we're going to get mugged a little bit off the start line. It was always likely to happen. However, oh god, there's a car up ahead that's really struggling against the puddles. That's not too helpful. It's really going to test some of these cars' ability at getting through the water and also, you know, surviving these big jump. That's a horrible braking zone. That is a really awful braking zone as we fly through the air. I'm not sure if you're going to want rally tyres or power for this circuit. You're definitely going to want rally suspension, you know, for dealing with the bumps, and these dirt corners in a car without rally tyres are going to be horrible. However, the power might get you through the water a little bit better, so I'm not sure which way you want to go. We are going to go too wide across the jump. Oh, almost landed on someone. I still can't decide whether you want to go jump or whether you want to go through the boat itself. I think through the boat might be slightly quicker, you know, but it just could have been cars better than mine, cars faster than mine through that section. We are going to have a sniff up the inside. I think we can be braver into that corner. There's a lot more space on the outside there than I was expecting, so we are locked in battle with a 22B. Oh, we almost lost the car completely. Mine is really unhappy with this water. We are really struggling to get through there with any speed. We're stuck at about 60 odd miles an hour. We could do without that. That is a bigger problem than I expected. I'm not sure why I'm struggling so much. If it's the lack of power in my car, that is, it's probably not, I say lack of power. Certainly lack of power relative to some is not helping matters. But then we do make up the time when we come to this corner, for example, although I've had a really poor turn in down that part here. I'm not going to go up. We'll see what we do in terms of not going up the top there. I mean, this is still quite bumpy down here, and there is water to worry about. I think it works out pretty even. Neither way is really safer than the other. Neither way is really quicker than the other. Ooh, sorry. I'm very sorry for that one. I will leave you plenty of space if you want to come back past. That was, yeah, I can carry a lot more speed through there than I think some other cars can. We will give the place back for a very much torpedo into that corner. I don't want to give a place back, but don't want to be losing any more time than absolutely necessary. So just running wide through there is fine by me. Oh, come on, get through the water better. This car has the weird jerking back reaction at like 64 miles an hour, which is really peculiar. Normally, I can understand the car just running out of power to push its way through the water, but that is a little bit on the weird side. We are struggling. I am struggling here. The other Evo 6 is out in the lead, which is always good news. So I am letting the Evo side down a tad here. God, I can't do anything through here. Evo 10 is actually coming to join in. There is a ghost car up ahead, probably run wide and missed a checkpoint and have to get reset. They are taking the higher route. I seem to be the only one going through here. Yeah, I don't. It's very, very even. I think maybe ever so slightly quicker going up the boat, actually, having seen that run. If it was smooth path through the boat, it would be quicker through the boat, but it isn't. Whereas, yes, going on top of it is uphill. It is at least a flat surface, so you are gaining perhaps a little bit more speed. I don't know. We will try a different route next time. I could really do with finding a better line through these early puddles, because this is just killing my car's speed. I don't really have anywhere to go because we're side by side with somebody, or almost side by side with somebody. One of the 22Bs has lost some time. Where is that 10 gone? He's found a sneaky way to avoid the jump. That's quite clever. Actually, we might have to employ that tactic. Less time in the air, more time accelerating with the wheels on the ground is what you want to be doing, although not going out that wide. Oh, we're going to get absolutely mugged from that one. Yeah, that is not a good place to be going. There's another place too, a Subaru. Going to cut back to the inside though. Get a good run out of that corner. Always helpful. You're not going to be able to really go side by side up here. You can possibly at the very top of the jump. In fact, the Impreza, I think, might have rolled it trying to get to the inside of me. Yeah, you've just got to wait. You've got to be patient on that one because you're not going to fit two cars wide on the boat very easily. 22B having troubles with control, has dropped back slightly. We're going to try it again, get to the inside, but not quite work. We do get the checkpoint. Oh, I'm trying to find ways past. It's just so difficult when you're struggling with your vehicle. Where are they now? See there? Right, that's where they're going. That's a clever tactic, actually. That's a really good tactic. Drive either side of that. You get it's a little bit of a further distance, but you're spending time with the wheels on the ground and out of the puddles. That's really, really clever. From I think it's the Evo 10 that taught me that one. We are going to be using that to try and maybe... Oh, we're catching up to the leaders, actually. We're setting quite quick lap times back here after a bit of a scrappier start. Well, I say that. Catching up to third. Two leaders are long gone. And everyone is just trying different lines and seeing. I could really done with somebody clearing the debris out of the way. We're going to jump through the air and make sure that we collect the checkpoint. Trying to straighten up these corners as much as possible. Oh, this water is horrible. I don't know what's going on with the car ahead of me that's just floated off the road. That might be a little bit of lag. I'm going to be worried about wherever that car reappears on the road. I've just seen the amount... Oh, he's lagged out. That would explain it. Just the amount of skill points I've got from this... from just normal lapping and racing. Oh, bugger, I didn't turn enough. That was a dumb maneuver to be managing. Oh, we've been passed by two cars in that. Bloody hell. Oh, and I've clipped a thing there. We're going to roll it. Piss! I clipped something that put me out of position. So that is the danger with going for that route. I don't know what it was. Part of the boat that I took a knock off that just let me out of position, and I was already committed to try and make the turn, and we lost it. My car is way too bad through this water, though, to be competing with the front runners. We should have probably been up there fighting for fourth place to end this lap with. It all stemmed from me running wide at the first corner. And, yeah, that's completely screwed me over. Completely my fault. Just a bad decision-making. That's disappointing. It does look like somebody may have fallen off the edge of the boat. So I'm going to get up to 8. Yeah, bad showing. I apologise to Evo fans out there. I have let the 6 down. Thankfully, it has been victory to an Evo. 2 Subarus on the podium, but another victory for the Evo 6 is always good, and we will at least finish the race. Yeah, that was not a good race for Evo. Admittedly, again, the Evo 10 should have been up towards the front had he not lagged out. My fastest lap was okay. Certainly not up there with the top 2. I was just terrible through the water. I don't know what he's done. Maybe the white car has considerably more power than me. Whatever it is, that is so much better through the water than my car. Really struggling to get speed there. We will at least level up. Maybe you could make up for, I was say make up for the race, but it's my terrible driving. Maybe we could get a Horizon Edition car, though. That would make me feel considerably better about all of this. We cannot. At least it's 100,000. Well, it is on to the final race, and I am hoping to redeem myself after relatively poor runs. This time we're having some connection issues, so we have only got 9 of us racing out here, and I'm starting down towards the back. Yeah, this one here might be... it might suit my car a little bit more. Not really sure. It's a relatively short stage, this one, although it is a little bit more sort of tarmac-based rallycross circuit here. It's quite a good fun track, nevertheless, and I'm hoping that through this first section I can make up a lot of time on the crazy powerful cars that we have got going on. A little bit of a bump on the wall there. In fact, trying to make the most of the corner speed is very difficult when you're around so many cars, and cars that are vastly different build. It's 3 wide for the lead. I am keen to help the Evo out, but it's got nothing on the Impreza. We've got 22B trying to get to the inside, 22B on the outside as well. Through the next corner, again with 3 wide on the exit. The Subarus make the passes work. This is where it's going to hurt on the my Evo anyway. I just don't have the speed to keep up with them too. They are running way more power than I. In fact, so is the 22B. And now my phone is going. Go away, I don't care. We have got to settle an age-old rivalry. And unfortunately for me, I have not quite got... I say I've not quite got the equipment. Of course, here I am very fast. And that leader is all sorts of struggling. And as is the 22B that's got himself caught out on the outside there. He may have even missed a checkpoint. Yeah, I'm going to close in all of the time. It's whether I can make up enough speed through these corners so that when we get onto that back straight, I can be far enough ahead. That is what it is going to come down to, because I'm going to fire it up the inside. Just look at the grip from the Evo 6 and then the speed. The speed of the Deserter up ahead. That is crazy fast. I'm doing a fairly decent job of running away from the rest of the field. In fact, I can brake a lot later than that into turn 1 because we've just got the grip, we've got the brakes. That Impreza does not look nice to drive through here. It's got way too much power. I mean, it could, in fact, if it's A-Class and got that much power, it's not going to have anything other than standard tyres. It could have race tyres and it could be struggling extrally on the dirt, but it's never going to have the PI to get away with as much power as it's running and be on race tyres. It's just got no grip, but a phenomenal amount of speed. So we're going to have this little game of a leapfrog. I'm going to try and get ahead of him earlier and earlier in the lap so that when it comes to the final lap, I can be ahead by the time we cross the line. So I've got closer to achieving it this time out, and I do think that we might be able to do it as I'm making up stacks of time. I've basically not got to be compromised by the Impreza through these corners. What he has to do, if he can be clever about it, if he can compromise me through the opening turns so that I can't get far enough ahead, then it might work for him. I've got to not lose the time, basically. We're about even this lap around, which is a problem for me. Now, he's going to dive to the inside. He can't outbrake me. He can't outbrake me, can't outturn me. But he can put his car in a place that makes it awkward for me. So if he stops me from turning in, that's good, or stops me from turning in quite on the line that I want to. Yeah, so he's kind of evened it out that lap around. Oh, I could do with him having a big slide. Of course, the difficulty with running a car that has got that much power... Oh, piss, I've missed that checkpoint. Game over. I've been braking too early on that corner. I'm afraid it's just not been my day. I apologise, folks. That was just crappy driving from me. I've been braking too early, and that time it was just a fraction too early to dive to the inside, and all of the fun is gone. I'm really annoyed by that. That was shaping up to be an incredible race. We are really having some connection issues today, which is a bit disappointing. Yeah, that's just... I'm annoyed with myself. That's such a dumb mistake to make. I knew I needed to make up time, but that is not going to help the cause. The only thing that I can now do is perhaps go for a fastest lap to finish the race off. I maybe be able to squeak a podium if the cars up ahead have any issues. Otherwise, yeah, there's not much that I can do. I was just braking too early into there because we can carry so much speed through turn 1. But when you brake that fraction early, I was turning in with, yeah, just turning at the wrong point because there is a lot of grip in my car. We are absolutely throwing it through the course here. Don't know what's happened. The 22B missed a checkpoint there. Oh, I'm not going to be close enough to challenge the other 22B. I don't think, unless he has a big running wide moment. I'll throw it around these final couple of corners and I will close up, but it won't be enough. I think I could actually almost be flat out around there if I want to be. I'm hoping for fastest lap. That will be the one slight consolation from this race. As that was shaping up to be a fantastic finale. I just cocked it up completely. It will be fastest lap for the Evo 6. I should have won that race, I feel. Certainly should have been a lot closer. Many rude words, I think, is in order for that one. At least we've got the Evo 6 on the podium and the 06 Evo in 4th. Yeah. The less said about that race, the better, really. I think overall it's actually been quite a balanced affair. The Subarus, I think, have come out a little bit more favourably. Admittedly, though, there have been a few more Subarus in these races. They have also tended to be the more crazy, powerful cars, and we've lost a few people through lag-outs. Sadly, that is the way that it goes sometimes, or with online racing games. Pretty well balanced, though, between the pair. Certainly 22B versus Evo 6, probably the best of the lot. But there we go. That is going to be it, though, for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.